video, we're going to look at relations between or among lexical items. So first of all, one challenge we have when we're looking at lexis is words that sound the same, homonyms, or words that are written the same way but have different senses, homographs. And we can use WordNet to identify these as well. And we can look for the word, the part of speech, and the definitions to help us identify words that are similar or different. We can also look for synonyms and antonyms. In this case, I've chosen the word large as the term. So synonym would be big, antonym would be small. And this text shows you that it's choosing the second definition of synset. I'll show you why in just a moment. And then it's looking for the lemma, and then it's looking for antonyms, synonyms, and their definitions. So let me run this. And you can see why I chose the second synset. So this is 01 would be the second, because the first is a noun. And I was looking to compare adjectives. And so the first gloss in the adjectives is adjective 01, here's adjective 2, etc. So I'm choosing the second synset, which would be the first gloss of the adjective. And when we compare that, we see that it's above average in size. So that's this large. And then small would be the antonym. Let's compare another term, rich. And here I'm looking at the first three senses. So remember up here I just put in one sense. Here I have 0, 1, and 2. So the first three. And I'm running this code for this information. So a synonym is rich people with the definition here, and then poor, rich and poor, rich and poor, rich and poor. You can see that the first is a noun, the second is an adjective, and the third is an adjective. So if we were to look at the synsets, we would have only one definition or one gloss as a noun, and then adjectives, as we did up here with large. Other types of relationships are hyponyms or hypernyms, and these are important for similarity comparisons. So if we go up the tree or down the tree, we can identify if they are related or not. For example, the word tree here is a perennial woody plant having a main trunk, so we can identify what a tree is. And by this tree is different than this tree. So if we look for the hyponyms for tree, we see below it, all of these are below the term tree, so they're different types of trees. So for example, if I saw this word and I wanted to see if it was related to this word, I would look for the hypernym going up the tree to see if they converge at some point, that they are both trees. Go a little bit further and we can see the more information through WordNet. There's only one path up, and you see if we show this hypernym hierarchy, as I mentioned, going up the tree. So we have a tree here, and we're going down as a woody plant. This vascular plant, is an organism, is a living thing, is a whole object, and it's getting larger and larger and larger until we get to entity. So we have a couple other relationships here, holonyms and meronyms, which shows that a tree is part of a forest, so part of a group. And here, just the opposite, smaller parts of a tree. So a limb, a stump, and a trunk are parts of a tree. So these are parts of something, or the word is part of a larger group, which is a different type of relationship than one word in relation to other different entities or lexical items.